So let your hands rest on your legs. Close your eyes. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. So take a deep breath in. Two more times. Take a deep breath in. Blow it out. One more. Please just take a moment in silence. Observe your heart beating. Observe how you're breathing. No forcing, no judgments. Please, only observations of your own breath and body. So we're going to simply, with our eyes closed, make nice big circles, moving around. Organically, don't count your circles. Let that type A attitude go. Breathe through your nose. Unless you're congested. I don't want anybody passing out. Change the direction whenever it feels comfortable to you. Notice how it feels changing the direction of the circles. Notice the hips moving on the floor. Just a few times, changing the direction. Now, let's transfer into the rhythm of the elephant, where you lean yourself in front of the hips. You're going to gently sway from one side, sway to the other side. Breathe deeply to one side. Exhale out to the other side. This is called the rhythm of the elephant because elephants do this. Yes, elephants do this in captivity. Elephants do this in times of stress and duress. Does not hit everything that we're feeling right now. So allow this to become a moving meditation. Let your lower back soften. Let each breath be full. Let each breath be deep. Just a couple of times. See if you can synchronize the breath with the movement. Now, it doesn't matter if it's the right side or the left side. Just put your hands on each side of one of your legs. Take a breath in, and on your own exhale, please gently bow just to where it feels comfortable. As you press that opposite hip down to the floor, please let both of your shoulders relax. Let your head hang down so the neck can be soft. Let it release. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with a great big sigh. Shake your head a little yes, a little no. With an inhale, rise back up. Put your hands on both of the legs. Exhale here. Take a deep breath in, and again, let it out with a great big sigh. Turn to the other side. Breathe in, and when you bow, stretch out to where it feels comfortable. Press that opposite hip down. Shoulders relax. Let your head hang so the neck can be soft. Let your neck release. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with a great big sigh. Shake your head a little yes or a little no. With an inhale, come all the way back up. Place your hands on both of your legs, exhaling here. With a deep breath in, draw both shoulders up. Exhale, take them back and down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, take your shoulders up. Exhale, take them back and down. Put the hands on the floor in front of you, and when you bow, stretch it out to where it's comfortable. As you press both hips to the floor, shoulders relax. Let your head hang. Let your neck be soft. Let it release. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with a big sigh. Please take this moment to balance your breath with your mind and your body. With an inhale, let's rise all the way up. Put the backs of your hands together. Lift them to the heart. Take a deep breath in. Open your arms out wide. Exhale, let your hands meet. Inhale, reach up tall. And when you exhale, take the hands to the heart. Namaste. Release your hands. Roll your shoulders just a couple of times. Now, we're going to go ahead and open the legs out wide. I'm only turning so you can see me better. So take the legs comfortably out wide. If you have a tight back, tight hamstrings, your tailbone's rolled underneath you and it's hard to set up, get that blanket underneath your hips. Put a big pillow underneath your hips. Once you get your legs out comfortably wide, you're going to take the flesh, press it down, and pull the abundance out from underneath you. What you're doing is rotating your femur bone in your hip socket so it's easy to turn the toes straight up to the ceiling. Now, we're going to roll our shoulders, turn those toes up, keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the toes turned up, keep your ankles turned up, but this time curl the toes down. So ankles are up, curling the toes down. Sorry if it causes any cramping. Now relax your feet, flex and point them a little bit. I'm all about the feet, remember. Turn those toes straight up to the ceiling, pull back on your pinky toe side. I hope your pets are here to enjoy the yoga with us. Bring your left hand behind you. If you are not twisting deeply tonight, your right hand goes to the floor in front of you. If you're twisting tonight, put it to the outside of your left thigh. Sit up tall, squeeze your tummy, look as far to the left side as it feels comfortable. You're going to breathe deep and full, pressing through the heels of your feet. You're going to have a flat left hand or up on your teacup fingers. Doesn't matter which. Take a couple of breaths. Now you're going to keep your hands where they are. Turn your head, look over to the right. Some of you are only going to be able to look to the center, but I think all of you can see your right foot. Make sure the right toes are turned up and they're not listing out to the side. Take another breath there, kids. Now bring your nose to the middle. Release your arms, work your ankles, work your shoulders. And then before we do the other side, I haven't forgotten, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, Flap your knees. Move them up and down like a butterfly. Now let your legs relax. Let your hands go out in front of you. Let your head hang. Take a few deep breaths into your lower back, your hips. Nothing fancy, but by stretching this way, gravity is pulling your skull down. This is giving 30 pounds of resistance on your back. So you're stretching your vertebrae. You're stretching the 8 layers of your tendons if you relax. That's the hard part. Don't look. Breathe in. Exhale, pull your tummy in and upward. Inhale, expand out your back ribs, your side ribs. Don't think about your tummy. And then on your exhale, now you think about your tummy. Pull the belly in, draw it up to the heart. After that last breath, just let your breath be. Shake your head a little bit. Before we leave this, take a deep breath in and let it out with a big sigh. Lift all the way up. Take your legs out wide. If you're doing it right, you'll hear dogs barking. Adjust your legs. Turn the toes up. And if you miss my dog barking, it's okay. That's all right. You're doing it right. Press through the heels of your feet. You're going to bring your right hand behind you. Left hand goes to the floor, to the center, or it goes to the outside of your right thigh. Sit up tall. Squeeze your tummy. Look as far to your right side as it feels comfortable. I like to be on teacup fingers, but you could be flat hand. What feels good? Take another breath, kids. Now slowly turn your head. Look as far to the left. I think everybody here can look at their left toes. Make sure those left toes are turned up, that they haven't listed out to the side. Take one more breath. Now let's bring the nose to the middle. Release your arms. Roll your shoulders. Work your ankles around a few times. We're going to go into that pose, but deeper. Turn the toes up. Spread your toes wide. Bring your left hand behind you. Right hand to the floor or to your thigh. Sit up tall. Squeeze your tummy. Look as far to your left as it feels safe. Now remember, each twist should be individual and different. If it hurts, you're going to lessen it. If you want to, you can deepen it. Please keep your hands and slowly turn your head. Look over at your right toes if you can see them. Maybe it's to the center of the mat. Now we're deepening it. We're going for the lateral stretch. Left arm goes straight up to the ceiling. This may be as far as you go, spreading your fingers, stretching through the rib cage. This could be it. Maybe it's here with your right hand to the floor. Maybe you're as deep as you can go, bringing your right shoulder to your right thigh. Maybe your left hand could grab your right big toe. Maybe not. Maybe you're just looking at your leg. Maybe you're looking underneath your left arm to the ceiling. We're all going to turn the left palm out the opposite way. Press the air down. Come back to the center. Roll the shoulders. Roll your ankles around. Before we do the other side, let's bring it back to butterfly pose. Flap your wings. Give yourself a bow. Stretch the back. Let your head go. Take a deep breath and go. Very slow, very gently. Lift yourself back up. Take those legs out nice and wide again. If you can, adjust your legs one more time. Toes turn up. Right hand behind you, left hand to the floor in front of your legs or to the outside of your right thigh. Sit up tall, squeeze your tummy, look as far to the right side as it feels safe. Now we're going to keep our hands where they are, flat hand or teacup fingers. You're going to look as far to your left side as it feels comfortable. Back arm goes straight up. Right arm goes straight up. Fold either to your left thigh, straight up to the ceiling. Some of you, and I know who you are, you're grabbing that toe with your right hand, looking under the right arm. Some of you are straight up here. Some of your hands are here. It's all the same. It's all good. Turn the palm out the opposite way, press the air down, come back to the center, rock your ankles. Remember, even the easiest pose that we do evolves. They all evolve. Even if it seems like the hardest thing, it's amazing. If you keep working on it, it will evolve. Slide the soles of your feet together. We're going to come into butterfly. Let your head hang. Now, this is our third time in butterfly. Don't let your shoulders be drawn down by gravity, and you're going to breathe full and deeply into this pose. Let your lower back stretch on the exhalation when you pull your tummy in and upward. When you exhale, you're expanding out wide your back ribs, your side ribs. Exhaling, pulling the tummy in and up. You feel that stretch the tailbone, the lower back. Let those ribs stretch. Let your head hang. Just a couple more breaths, girls. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. Use your hands to lift yourself back up. Chin is tucked in, hands slide behind your knees, bring your knees in together. Once you've done that, set those hands back and rock your knees gently from side to side. Now bring the knees back up. Get those feet and the knees wide apart. I know some of you have been sitting in your office chair, so get the feet wide apart, your knees are bent, press one knee down, one knee points upward. So even if you've been standing all day on a hard surface, this is great for you. Sitting in your office chair, this is fabulous for you. Make sure gravity is pulling it down, you're not pushing it down. If you're having a knee issue, get a pillow right between your legs so your knee has a place to rest. Notice as we're setting here, it stretches more. Bring the knee up and press the other knee down. It's amazing, just setting here, letting your knee press down. I binge watch my shows like this. I get on the floor, Ruby has the couch, I get on the floor and I set in poses. Bring the knee up and one more time to that first side. If you want to deepen it, you take that other knee and press it slightly inward and feel a little bit different pose. Bring the knee up and press the opposite knee down. Press the other knee in. Go, oh, holy cow. Bring that knee up. Walk your feet and your knees in together. We're all going to meet each other on our hands and knees. If you're not being on your hands and knees tonight, for goodness sakes, you're going to stand up and use your chair or your coffee table. I do most of my yoga, honestly, in the living room. I love using my coffee table for balance poses. You can do cat-cow on your coffee table, standing up with your hands on the coffee table. Elbows are straight. You always want to spread your fingers wide. You always want this soft spot of your elbow rotated forward. Our knees are underneath of us. Make sure you're padded if you need it. And we're all going to start in cat pose. Move it to cow. Go back and forth from cat. Move it to cow. Just do this a few times. Feel that flow from head to tailbone. Now don't grip your butt muscles. Let your gluteus maximus relaximus. Relax your butt muscles. Let that tuchus go. Never lift your head up any higher than it feels good. Maybe in cow pose, you're looking down to the floor while your back is in a back bend. Next time you're in cat pose, naturally hold your cat, pull your tummy in. Let gravity pull your skull downward, relax your butt muscles. Pull the tummy in and shake your head just a bit. Press your hips low to the heels. Reach the arms way out long to the front of the mat. Elbows off the floor, drop your head. Now your head may touch the floor easily. It may be dangling, that's fine. With an inhale, we're gonna lift all the way back up. Walk your way a tiny bit to the left, just a little bit, not far. Spread your fingers, knees point to the front of your mat. We're gonna go from cat, move it to cow. Go back and forth from cat, flow it to cow, just a few times. Feel that movement from head to tail. Now the next time you have cat rounding, naturally pull the tummy in, let your head hang. We're trying to achieve that sensation that your head is being suspended by a spring. You have a bobblehead. Relax your butt. You're not a tight ass either. Press your hips low to the heels. Reach your arms out long to the left. Elbows off the floor. Drop your head between the arms. If it feels good, put that right hand on top of the left hand or close to it. Maybe you'd like to twist the right side body to the middle. And if you wanted to, you don't have to have that hand on the other hand to twist. With an inhale, lift all the way back up. Walk your way over to the right side. Put the hands underneath your shoulders. Elbows are straight. Let's go to cat pose. Move it into cow. Go back and forth from crown of the head to your tail. And you're breathing full. You're breathing deep. Feel that movement. And if you haven't done this before, not done it 5 million times, it feels cockeyed. Next time you have cat rounding, hold the cat, relax your butt muscles, pull that tummy in, shake your head a bit. Press your hips low to the heels, reach your arms long out to the right. Your elbows are off the floor, drop your head. Now, if it feels good, only if it feels good, that left hand can go on top of your right hand and you can twist to the middle of the mat. One more breath, kids. Inhale, come all the way back up. Walk your way back to the middle. Now, one more time, we're gonna walk our way over to the left side. Walk it as far as you can go. Have your left fingers pointing out to the left side. You're gonna take your right arm. You're gonna scoop it underneath you. Spread your right hand wide, and with an inhale, lift the right arm up. Look up if it feels good. Look down at your left hand if it feels better. Opening your chest to the front of your yoga mat. Take another breath. And then bring the right arm by your ear, reaching out to the left. Spread your fingers. Then gently dropping that right hand down onto the floor. Walk your way over to the right side as far as it feels comfortable. Your right hand, spreading your fingers out, pointing the right fingers to the right. Scoop your left hand underneath you, spreading the hand. Inhale. Lift your chest up to the front of your yoga mat. Look up if it's good, look down if it's better. Bring the arm by your ear, palm down, reaching out to the right. And then float the left hand to the floor. Walk your way back to the middle. Child's pose. Toes touch. Knees together or apart. Press the hips low to the heels. Stack your arms. Let your head rest on your arms or bring your arms out in front of you. Take a couple of deep breaths, letting your back release. Now, ladies, we're going to come all the way down onto our tummies. get down any way you feel comfortable. Set your hands one on top of the other and let your forehead rest on your hands. Let your legs go out wide and let your heels of your feet rest out. And I want you to wiggle your hips from side to side. Let your hips feel like Jello. No tight asses, girls, only dumb asses, smart asses. And then you just let your head rest on those hands. Your heels are rested out. Do not let your butt tighten. Don't let your hips tighten. I know just a couple of you may just been sitting all day long, and this is the best thing for your lower back. As long as it feels comfortable to you, please come up onto your elbows. And I like to measure my elbows out by bringing my hands to the elbows, and if I can touch them easily, I know that they're under the shoulders. Then I like to interlace them, but I want you to make sure that your neck is happy. So if you have a yoga block or a pillow and your neck is comfortable, resting the forehead on that prop, go right ahead. I like it low if I have a prop. You might like it high. Maybe you don't want a prop at all. That's perfectly fine. But the important part here is letting the heels of your feet relax and rest out. Let your belly, let your rib cage relax. I'm going to be quiet for just a moment. I want you to breathe. Expand wide through your belly, and on your exhale, feel the body relax and melt. Please breathe 3 deep breaths, and I'm going to be quiet while you do that. Now we're going to do that again, but I'm going to talk about it first. Did you start to feel the body really melt? Do this 3 more times. Really expand with trying not to use any muscle energy, no muscle energy. Try to really expand. And on the exhale, see if you can melt a little more. Are you experiencing that releasing all the way down your spine? Now on your next exhale, you're on your elbows. Gently turn your head, look to one side. Your head could be up or down. Doesn't matter. Don't let it hurt. Relax your belly, relax your hips. With an inhale, bring your nose to center. Exhale, turn your head to the opposite side. Hold it and keep breathing. With an inhale, bring your nose to the center. Please bring yourself down. Put one cheek on the yoga mat. If your neck hurts, put a blanket under your cheek. Only folded up, not wadded up, balled up. You're going to take 2 deep breaths here. After that second breath, bend your knees, crisscross your ankles, back and forth. Be silly about it. This releases your back. Keep your arms where they are. Turn your head to the opposite cheek and drop your feet from side to side. Windshield wipers. This twists your back, again, to release that back bend. Let your feet flop down. Take 2 deep breaths there. That back bend is important because we set on our sacrum. We lose that curvature out of our back. We reestablished it. Now we're going to place our hands under our shoulders, hips to heels, child's pose. Now, if child's pose on your knees does not feel good, roll on your back, hug knees to chest. If it feels good, arms wherever it feels good, by your side, palms up, out in front of you. Take just a couple of breaths in child's pose. We want to decompress the lumbar spine where we just compressed it, bringing that lovely S curve where it needs to belong. Belongs right where we put it. Now we're going to lift all the way back up. We're going to sit down onto our bottoms, and we're going to take our legs out in front of us. Get your strap. We're going to go for the hamstrings. So you're going to take your left leg, cross it over the right. Excuse me, I've got some hiccups here. Grab your strap, put it around your right foot. Turn the right toes straight up to the ceiling. Engage the right toes. Straighten the left leg out, and then you're going to take your hands. You have a strap in each hand. Don't hold it together. A strap in each hand. You're going to walk your hands down the strap. So once you get down as far as you can go, your arms are straight. You may be 1,000,000 miles away from your feet, or you may be right at the feet. We're going to lift the collarbones up. Spread your right toes wide. Turn those right toes up. Lift your collarbones up. Now you're going to tuck your chin downward. So you take the curvature out of the back of your neck, and this deepens the pose. This is not forward fold. We're setting up tall and straight. We're drawing our chest towards our foot with a long back. If you round the back, you're taking something out of the pose. You want to lift the collarbones. You want a long back, tucking the chin. Remember cat-cow? Try to feel this in cow pose, not cat rounded. Are you breathing? Ooh, you should feel this deep in your calves. You should feel this deep in your hamstrings. I can hold my feet and I still feel this intensely with the strap. Lift the collarbones, tuck the chin, look directly down at your toes. Don't look down your nose at your toes. Look directly at them. Have conversation. Let it go. Oh. Take that left leg off your right leg. Work your ankles around. Let's go and do the other side. Right ankle crosses over your left leg. You're going to take the strap, put it around your left foot. Turn your left toes up to the ceiling. You're going to straighten your right leg out. A strap in each hand. Get them separated. Walk your hands down so that your arms are straight. Spread your left toes wide. Now, you're not going to round. You're lifting your collarbones up. You're tucking your chin so you look directly down at your toes. If you had little readers on, you're looking over those readers at your toes. Going, yes, toes. Lift the collarbones up, tuck the chin, pull the chest towards your foot. Feel that intense stretch in the calf muscles, your hamstrings. Holy cow, right, folks? One more breath. And then we're going to release it, let the leg go. Work your ankles around and flex and point. So now we're going to bring the soles of the feet together again, butterfly pose again, loosen those hips up. Now we're going to use muscle energy where we just laid down before. Now we're going to feel it. We're going to rock the hips back and forth from side to side. Hold your feet or your ankles. The back of your thighs, press them down to the floor. The collarbones, you're going to lift them up from your hip bones. Pull your shoulder blades onto the back body. Remember how we tucked the chin in the last pose? Tuck your chin. Feel that stretch, everything. Press the thighs down, tummy in and up, shoulder blades on your back body, tucking the chin. Everything should be engaged. Arms, legs, core, neck, your entire spine. You're going to bend at the hip crease, and your elbows may touch the inner thighs or they may go to the shin bones. I don't know which. Either way is good. So once our elbows are touching into the legs, we're going to inhale. Make your back long. Keep breathing. I like to stretch each side a little further out. So if you're up here in the thighs, you're just stretching each side of your back a little deeper. Take another breath, lengthen. Exhale, pull yourself down a little bit. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, pull yourself down and let your head hang down. Let the arms relax. Take a deep breath and just go. Now gently lift all the way back up. Use your hands behind your legs. Bring the knees in together. And you're going to take those legs out. Work your ankles. Go one way around with your ankles in circles and then change the direction. Separate them. Go in opposite directions. So now we're going to twist. So we're going to take our left leg. If you can, cross it over your right leg. Maybe it just sets to the center. That's fine. Now we're going to do an open twist. So it's important to turn your right toes straight up. Drop your right hand back behind you. Everybody's going to put their left arm to the inside of the left knee. The arm is straight. Spread your fingers wide. It makes a difference. You're pressing the left arm into the leg presses back into the knee. Set up tall, turn the right toes up. You're going to look over your right shoulder. Once you've done that, your left arm presses into your left leg, your left knee presses back. So you may twist a little deeper. Spread your left hand, take another breath, and then gently come back to the center. We're going to twist the opposite way. Relax your right toes. Left hand goes behind you. Right hand holds the knee or it hugs the knee. Sit up tall, squeeze your tummy. Look as far to the right as it feels comfortable. Pull that right knee to the left side and breathe there. Some of you, again, are just holding that knee. Make the shape. It doesn't matter how far you go into it. Every week, every month, every year, every pose evolves. I'm always blown away. Now come back to the middle. We're going to pick our foot up. We're going to rock our baby. Rock the baby in your hand or your elbow. Now, we're going to get intimate. We're going to put our left foot on our right thigh. We're going to get our right hand between our left toes. Get your fingers between your toes. Get the knuckles between them. You really want to stretch them out. The more, the better. When I first started this, I could only get part of one finger in there. The more you do it, the more you can do it. Put the palm of your hand, palm of your hand to the sole of your foot. Feel that. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel that connection. There are more nerves in your feet and in your hands. Your feet want to feel things, and we've closed off your nervous system. Separate those toes, even if it's painful. It's painful for me too, I know. Now, all you're going to do is rock your ankle around in circles, going one way around, go the other way around a few times, flex and point your foot a few times, and then give them another squeeze. I know it's painful. Now take your hand out. Now we're going to put that foot, that baby, to rest. Put it to the inner part of your right thigh. If that knee hurts, remember, you're going to put a prop underneath that knee. You're going to bend your right knee a little bit, a lot or a little bit, so you find your right hip crease, because all forward folds are belly to thigh. Put your hands on each side of the right leg. Bow over your right leg. Let your head hang. And take a deep breath. Just go. Let your head hang. You're not lifting it up. You're letting belly and thighs touch. You're not reaching towards the foot. You're feeling the stretch behind your leg, in your back, your neck. Let it go. With a gentle inhale, You're going to walk yourself all the way back up. Once you do, right hand goes underneath your knee, slide the leg out. Once you do, work your ankles around. Go one way, go the other way. Let's do the other side. So we're going to put our right foot to the inner part of your left thigh where it crosses over the leg. We're going to turn your left toes up. We're engaging the leg. Spread the toes wide. This is an open twist. Your left hand goes behind you. Your right arm goes to the inside of the leg. Keep the arm straight. Spread your fingers. Press the arm into the knee presses back. Sit up tall. Look as far to your left shoulder. Spread your right hand wide. Push the arm into the knee presses back so you have that isometric action. It helps open your chest. Take another breath. The left toes are turned up. And then come back to the center. Let's twist to the other side. Left hand holds the knee or it hugs the knee. Right hand goes behind you. Left toes relax. Sit up tall. Look over your right shoulder as far as it feels safe. Pull that right knee to the left side. Only twist to where it feels comfortable, folks. One more breath. And then gently come back to the center. Let's rock your stinky baby again. Pick your foot up in your hand or your elbow. Rock your baby. I forgot to invite you to burp your baby. If you feel like putting your foot behind your head, you can do that too. Now, once you've done that, we're going to put our right foot down on our left thigh. Put your fingers between the toes. I know Mom said not to, but everything we do in yoga, Mom told us not to. Get your hands between those toes. Put the palm of your hand to the sole of your foot and work your ankle around in circles. Go one way, go the other way. Flex and point your foot. The more you put your fingers between the toes, the better. Your nervous system has a chance to talk to each other. This is a mind-body connection. This is a scientific thing, not an airy-fairy thing. They've actually taken images of the brain. They know this is a fact. You're going to rock those feet a couple of times. I told you to get intimate with your feet. Now take your hands out. Put your foot to the inner thigh. Put something behind your right knee if you need it. We're going to bend our left knee just a bit so you feel your hip crease. Hands on each side of your leg, belly to thigh, and then you're going to bow and round over it. Breathe in. We've already stretched your hamstrings. See if they're nice and stretchy. Let your head go. Let the shoulders go. Another breath. Gently lift all the way back up. Once you come up, take that hand behind your right knee, slide your right leg out, rock your ankles around in circles. Flex and point your feet. In fact, we're going to do one more for your feet. Turn all your toes up to the ceiling, spread your toes wide apart, curl your toes down, spread your toes wide apart again, rock your ankles in circles. Point your ankles out, keep your ankles out just like this. Turn all of your toes up to the ceiling. Spread the toes out, pull back on your pinky toe, and then work them around. Flex and point them. Now, you're going to lay down onto your mats. I'm turning because I think that you'll see the pose better just in case you have to look. Hopefully my instruction takes you through the poses without looking at all. You're going to put your hips to the middle of your mat. You're going to bend your knees and put your feet flat on the floor. Once you've done that, you're going to make sure the feet are underneath your knees. And you're going to open your heels of your feet out a teeny, tiny bit, just a little. You're going to put your arms down by your side. And just adjust your shoulders. Wiggle from one side to the other. Make sure your shoulders are adjusted. There's space between your knees. They're not touching. Hands are on the floor. You're going to lift your hips up, but relax your butt muscles. That may lower your hips. Breathe here. Try to think about the quadriceps, the front of your thighs, working. Your front body, not your bottom, not your tuchus. Relax your butt muscles. It's really hard to do that. We've been conditioned to be a bunch of tight asses. Relax your butt. Breathe here. Keep your neck relaxed. Your shoulders are soft. One more breath, kids. Now try to spread your shoulder blades apart and roll each vertebra down. It may not be very far. I don't get my hips up too high unless I grip my butt muscles, but we want your butt muscles relaxed in through the next few moments. With an inhale, lift your arms up over the head, lift your hips up as high as they go, relax your butt muscles, and on your exhale, bring your arms down and your hips down simultaneously. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift your hips up, lift your arms up over the head and on the floor behind you. Don't grip your butt. And exhale, lower your hands and your hips down together. Inhale, lift your hips up, arms up over the head and on the floor behind you. Exhale, hands and hips down. Now this time, just your right arm with the hips up. Inhale, right arm, hips high. Look over your left shoulder. Exhale, bring your hand and your hip down. Your nose comes to the middle. Inhale, left arm, hips high. Look to your right shoulder. Exhale, hand and hip down. Nose to the middle. Inhale, right arm, hips high, look to the left. Exhale, hand and hips down, nose to the middle. Inhale, left arm, hips high, look to your right shoulder. Exhale, hand and hip down, nose to the middle. One more time to each side. Inhale, right arm, hips high, look to the left. Exhale, hand and hip come down, nose to the middle. Left arm, hips high, look to the right. Exhale, hand and hip down, nose to the middle. Let's do both arms. Hips high, both arms up over your head. Hold it, keep breathing, relax your butt muscles. See, weren't they gripped? Tuck your chin a bit. And then exhale, lower the hands and your hips down. Bring your knees into your chest. Please bring your nose to your bent knees to stretch your back. Take 2 deep breaths. And then let your head and your shoulders rest to the floor. Put your feet down onto the mat. Your knees are bent. Your arms are comfortably out wide, palms up. Elena, you may want to lay on your belly to do pigeon pose, whatever feels best to everybody. We're going to put our right ankle on our left thigh. We're going to drop our left knee down to the left side. Now, if you need to put a blanket or a pillow under your left thigh, do it. Your right foot rests either onto the pillow or onto the flat floor if your leg is down on the floor. You want your knee pointing up to the ceiling or away from you. Elena, if you're on your belly, you know you want to have your right knee out to the right side and you're settling both hips into it. This is reclined pigeon pose or pigeon pose you're in. You're letting your shoulders relax and you're going to breathe into that right hip. If you're not feeling it enough, you just pull your right foot into your left hip crease a little more with your left hand. You can even take the left knee out further to the side. You'll feel it more in that right hip. Breathe there. Let the shoulders relax. The more you breathe and relax into your hip and into your knee and into the shin, the deeper the pose will go. It's not working it hard. It's letting go that deepens the pose. So let go. Let that area soften. Let it open. Take another breath there. We're in our piriformis, our hip flexors. You know, you'll feel it in your calves, whether you're on your belly or on your back. Sometimes you feel it in your groin as well. Now, with a gentle inhale, lift the knees back up. We're going to take our right knee into our chest. Please hug your right knee in, round the back, nose to bent knee. And then put your right foot back on the ground. Lift your hips up, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your hips. Settle the hips to the ground. Put your left ankle on your right thigh. You're going to drop your left knee down to the left side. Either you're going to put the blanket or a pillow under the knee, or the knee rests on the floor. Your foot is either resting on a prop or the floor, but your left knee is definitely pointing to the ceiling and slightly or a lot away from you. Breathe into it. You can always take it deeper by right hand holding your left ankle tighter into the body, but the knee needs to point away. Maybe your right knee needs to come up higher, maybe not. Breathe into that left hip. Let it stretch. Let it soften. Let it open. See if there's something in your left hip you can relax and let go. See if there's something more in your knee, in the shin, you can soften and release. With an inhale, we're going to lift the knees back up. You're going to take that right ankle off your left knee, hug that knee into your chest, hold behind the knee, nose to bent knee, round your back. And then put the foot on the floor. You're going to stretch your legs out long. Reach your arms out over your head. Point your toes, hollow body. Stretch from fingertips to your toes. Now take your hands, put them right behind your head, like you're laying here watching clouds. Now, if your shoulders hurt, put your arms out wide, whichever feels better, under the head or out wide. You're going to pick your whole body up, just your upper body, not the bottom body, upper body, and move it to the left side. Make sure you're comfortable. Adjust everything so that you're kind of tilted out to the left, maybe a lot or a little. Make sure your shoulders are flat. Arms can be under the head or out wide. Keep your body flat and take both legs, walk them carefully over to the left side as far as they go. You've made a crescent moon shape with your body. Right ankle crosses over the left. You're going to feel that in the front of your right hip, all the way in that right hip. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hips. Breathe here. Let the hips relax. Let them open. Feel that stretch your psoas. That psoas muscle is a big muscle. It attaches right to your femur bone, into your hip, and into your back. This is a hard muscle to get to. Make sure you're not in any pain. If you're in pain at all, you back off on it. Now, if you want it deeper, you're going to take the hands out from under your head. And if your arms are out wide, you can do this too. You can interlace your hands, and from the top of your head, Pointer finger out, reach from the top of your head out to the left side and stretch it out long. Get those arms stretched out. Don't do it if it hurts. Now, if it feels good, left hand would grab right wrist, and you feel it more in the right rib cage, your right scapula. And then let the arms just rest out. Don't go anywhere. Take a huge breath in and melt. Take another breath and melt. Take that right leg off your left leg. Move yourself to where you think you're in the center of your mat again. It doesn't matter. We're going to hug behind your knees. Bring both knees into your chest, round your back, nose to bent knees. And then stretch it out again. Stretch out from your fingertips to your toenails. If you want to, hands go behind your head or out wide. Move your upper body over to the right side as far as it's going to go. Take the legs and walk them over to the right side so you have a crescent moon shape. Your left ankle goes on top of your right ankle, so you feel that deep stretch in your left side body. Remember, shoulders are flat, hips are flat, arms can be out wide or behind your head. Breathe here. Feel that in your left hip. Maybe you have to readjust your hips. Maybe you have to deepen it. Maybe you have to lessen it. Feel that stretch in that left hip. Breathe there. Notice how different this side feels from the other side. Day and night different. Now, if you want some more in your shoulders, you would take your hands out from under your head. You interlace your hand, pointer finger out from the top of your head to the right side. Stretch it out. And then your right hand would grab your left wrist and give it an extra pull. And then drop your arms out wide. Keep the pose. Take a deep breath in and melt on the floor. Another breath. Go ahead and take that left leg off your right leg. Move yourself to where you think you're center again. Then you're going to hug both knees into your chest. Hug behind your knees. Nose to your bent knees, round your back. And then let your head and shoulders rest on the floor. Put your feet on the mat. Knees are bent. Let your knees touch and get your feet wide apart. Let your lower back release. Let the knees touch, feet are wide apart, relaxation pose. We're going to take a deep breath in and let your lower back melt. Point your right knee to the ceiling and press the left knee down to the middle. Lift the left knee up and press your right knee down to the middle. If you're not feeling enough, the feet go out wider, heels go up higher. Bring that knee up and go from side to side. Slow, extra slow. Get that internal rotation in the hip socket. This is so important. We very rarely get it. Just a few times, back and forth. And then when you're ready, you're just going to grab your pillow or your bolster or whatever it is, stick it underneath your knees, your legs. Hug both knees to your chest, nose to bent knees. If it feels good, let your arms rest out and take both knees around like you're drawing a circle on the ceiling. Going one way around, go the other way. Now, some of you want to use your hands on the legs. That's good too. Whatever feels good. Feel that on the floor. Feel your hips on the floor. Now separate the knees and go in opposite directions. Go one way around and then change the direction and go the other way around. Now we're going to do happy baby. So reach your hands between your legs. Rock yourself from side to side. The only requirement is putting a smile on your face. Now dead bug pose. You could let your legs go out, or you could grab the outsides of your feet. If you can't do that, grab behind your knees. Point the heels of your feet to the ceiling, knees to the outside of your rib cage. Pull your tummy in, push your hip bones down, shoulder blades are on the floor. Tuck your chin a bit. Now here's the hard part. Relax your back. Take a breath. Go ahead and stretch your legs out over your bolster or your pillow. Let your arms rest out, palms up. Your feet flop out. Hold nothing tight. Eyes are closed. If you have an eye pillow, put it on your eyes. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Let it out with a great big sigh. Take another deep breath in and let it go. Take inventory of your body. Is there any discomfort? Is there any dis-ease? Is there a thought or an emotion that needs to leave? Breathe into the body. Hold the breath. Sip a little more breath in. Now blow it out hard. Let that discomfort, let that dis-ease, that thought, that emotion, let it leave. Let's try it one more time. Check in with the body. Breathe into it. Sip a little more breath in. Now blow it out. Take a deep breath in and let it out with ah. Let's do the delicious sound. Take a breath in, let it out with mmm. Let's do those two sounds again. Take a breath in. One more delicious sound. Notice that vibration. That vibration that's left on your lips. Let that vibration, feel it reverberate through the entire body. Imagine every cell of your body is able to open up. Let every cell come alive and savor that delicious sensation. Find the sound of your own breath at the back of your throat. Hear the sound deepening. Notice the breath flowing from head to toe. Notice the breath flowing from fingertip to fingertip. Allow that breath to flow from skin deep down to the bones. Let each breath soothe the body. Notice how each breath can relax. Allow each breath to release the whole mind. Bring your awareness to that tiny spot between your eyes. Allow that tiny spot between your eyes to open. Notice that spot becoming spacious. Allow the forehead and your scalp to simply melt away. Allowing those waves of relaxation to flow deep into the face. The eyes soften. Cheeks relax. Your jaws, they seem to unhinge. It's safe to let your chin hang heavy. As every fiber in your neck softens, releases, even your ears are melting further down. As you breathe deeply into the fronts of your shoulders, even the backs of the shoulders seem to gently melt away, encouraging those waves of relaxation to flow deep into your arms, soothing your hands as it flows to the fingers. As each breath expands your ribs just a bit more. Observe that flow of your breath. Let it release each vertebra gently into the mat. As you breathe deeply into the fronts of your hips, notice the backs of your hips simply melt away, encouraging those deep waves of relaxation to cascade into your thighs, soothing your knees as it flows deep into your calves and down to each one of your feet. Follow that flow from head to toe, fingertip to fingertip, skin to bone. Let each breath soothe your body. Let each breath relax. Feel it release the whole mind. As you start to bring your awareness to the sounds in your room, Bring your awareness to the sounds in your home. Notice the sounds outside, filtering inside. Start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, your ankles, your wrists. Give yourself a nice little stretch. When you're ready, hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself that skin-to-skin contact. Hug them in. That brings you back. Maybe nose to bent knees, maybe not. When you're ready, roll to the right side if it's good, roll to the left side if it's better. Stay on your side for just a moment till you can come back to the room just a bit more fully. When you're ready, everybody's going to be in a different position. Please come up onto your bottoms. Set any way comfortable. You could have your legs out. You could have your legs crossed. You could be sitting in a chair. We're going to do Lion's Roar before we go. Lion's Roar cleanses out the lymphatic system. It stretches from tongue all the way around the breathing, all your breathing muscles around your lungs. And it opens your jaws up. It also stretches your neck. Stretches all around your neck. It's a great thing to do. Roll your shoulders. Of course, it's something your mom said not to do. Relax your shoulders. Look to the right side. Open your mouth wide. Stick your tongue out and go. Close the mouth. Gently shake your head yes. With an inhale, bring your nose to center and exhale. Look to the other side. Open your mouth wide, stick your tongue out and go. Close your mouth. Shake your head yes. One more time, bring your nose to center. You're going to keep your chin level. You use your eyes to look up. Open your mouth one more time, look up to the ceiling and go. Close the mouth, tuck the chin into the chest. Little nose. This stretches your neck and it also stimulates your thyroid gland. Then you bring both shoulders to your ears, lift your head up, relax the shoulders back and down. Put your hands together. Let the thumbs rest against your chest. We're going to Om, so close your eyes. We're going to pronounce it A-U-M, Aum. Invite a deep breath in. Namaste. It was truly an honor and a great pleasure to get to play with all of you this evening. Please give me any feedback you'd like. Text me, call me, email me, pop in 10 minutes, 5 minutes before class and give me any feedback or any suggestions of what poses you'd like to play with. Have a wonderful evening. Please be safe. Take care, guys. Bye.